All right, so we're ready to come to go back on your count.
Yo, all right, I'm good. 1, 2, 3, go.
There we go.
I'm owning that slowpoke. Ah, I'm gonna cut it.
Oh yeah, we're still with the hunters.
Oh yeah, you guys didn't see,
Where were we again?
but there were 3 hunters before, and I died. Actually, no, I think you guys saw that I died.
That happened when you lose notion of time, right? Hey, do we have time for a few donations? It happens while we
Go
like,
for it, dude.
mute.
All you
Oh
can.
yeah, we're in the long running part, so.
All right, so we got the $20 from Oh Dear God. Go out and vote. It is our right and responsibility. Well, there's more to the message, but it's a little bit too politics for the stream, so I'm gonna keep it there.
And it would be super nice if we didn't have a president that supports white supremacists for another 4 years.
Hey, I tried to go by your rules. I'm glad you did.
Exactly, they're my rules.
All right. That's the point.
Yo, G-Virus said, hold my beer.
Yeah, hold my beer. I mean, okay. These are Eagle 417 said 3 hunters for $30.
Yeah.
That's a lot of daughters.
Yep, and Atomic Health, another $10. Ear stand opening for no more issues the rest of the marathon. Thank you very much, everyone. And we can reach a 5K before the end of the run, I'm sure.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure we can work for it.
Okay, so what Level just did, he just got to a branching pathway with 3 paths, and we used to run a very specific path through this area, which involved running through a forest full of soldiers. And recently, I'd say within the past few months, we've discovered by working with the in-game timer that going this other route, where instead you have to go along this road with about 50 or 60 Mr. X's. That's an exaggeration, obviously, but the that in fact it's faster because of how the IGT does.
Do I have to kill this last one?
Nope. No, okay. You don't. You don't have to kill any of them.
But he's in my way. Okay, cool.
To get caught on the bridge.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's another interesting thing is that Mr. X will only swing if he's on the same elevation level as you. So that bridge area, since you're technically lower, he attempts to not swing at you at first.
Yo, get on my level, dog. Also, again, these hunters, they're programmed to always jump directly ahead of you. So that's why you see me running in zigzags. I'm trying to fake them out. I'm trying to give them that Allen Iverson crossover. Oh my god. Yes.
Practice. This is practice.
So yeah, not practice. I don't think we've mentioned yet for how the enemies work is enemies can't hit you unless you see them on screen. If they're behind you, they can't hit you. Now zombies can grab you and turn you, but hunters jumping in front of you is particularly bad because they're always jumping into a place where they can hit you.
I call it the boogeyman syndrome.
It's some of the worst hunter AI programmed in the entire franchise because they know where you're going before you know where you're going. Somehow, some way.
Whoa.
Enemies can't hurt you if you don't believe them. Exactly.
Yep.
Just turn the lights on and it's all good.
I just want to chime in and say we get a $30 donation by a certain G-Virus. Maybe you want to say it yourself, G-Virus?
I do what I want.
There we go.
That's why I started this marathon. I'll make my own rules.
Also,
my kingdom, my rules.
No. This kingdom was not built by a woman. It was built by the whole community, so it's our kingdom.
I'm sorry. We make our own rules. There you go. Yeah. Not me.
But no, that was the $30 for the hunters because I said I would match it.
Awesome.
Cool.
I'm still waiting on the Dr. Max to put his donation.
I have to wait until the end of the run.
Okay.
Because I said it's based on continues.
His PayPal account is not awakened yet.
I thought it was something about hunters. Anyway, I got
hunters. I said for every continue that that level has, I'll donate 15.
So you know what to do.
At the very end, died to Hypnos 4 times.
So, were these Mr. X's practicing a K-pop routine or something? What was up with that?
I don't know. I don't even know how that happened.
Yes. For sure, 100%.
He was like, "There's my explanation." Like, nope, you got it.
Well, that's an interesting room because the RNG there, you can either get one Mr. X, two Mr. X's, or a room full of zombies. And there's a debate on which one is actually better.
Oh my god.
Obviously, two Mr. X's is horrible, but one Mr. X is pretty good, and a room full of zombies is okay because they hardly ever attack you.
I'll just say this. As much as I love the Resident Evil series, I'm so glad I took a step away and like so I can observe the speedrunning community and not be a part of this madness. Because as good as it feels to figure it all out, boy, oh boy, is it a pain. I don't need that stress in my life. So
I think, yeah, exactly. Like, half the fun is like routing some of the stuff out yourself, but then the other half is like, I just want to play the game.
Yeah, it's like, can I just do a run, please?
So a question about these lickers. Do they have issues hitting you because they're not on camera?
I'm sorry, say that again?
So do these lickers have issues hitting you because they're not on camera?
So when they're on the ground, the lickers are some of the only enemies where their hitbox actually extends above your eyes. So as long as they're in front of you, they can actually swipe you on the ground. They're one of the only enemies that can do it. Also, their tongue will come into frame when they use the lick attack, so it can also damage you.
Do I have time for another donation, or?
Oh, sure.
We got a $5 from DDG saying, "Hey, TheLevelBest, want to use 10 to 12 continues on Max. So Mastermind really feels bad about waking up late and letting you run this, Kappa."
No, because I said I'd give $10 for every continue, and
so you're in the worst position.
My wallet ain't that deep.
Well, I say a worse position. That's not true because it's good money for a good cause.
That's true.
Y'all ready for a synchronized dance, by the way?
Oh, let's go. Let's do it.
Oh, these zombies here are sponsored by G Fuel, and you'll figure out why in a second.
You know, one of my favorite parts, we were talking about cutscenes earlier, like with Vincent's mom and things, but one of my favorite scenes are when they call down, especially because it's unskippable, when they call down, I actually don't know what they're called. I always call them machine gun wielding jaguar monkey men.
Oh,
very short name.
What are they?
Frog soldiers because they skip leg day.
Frog soldiers.
And they're like frog legs, but they do sound like jaguars when you kill them.
They sound like they look like gorillas, but they like make this cat noise when you kill them, and they have machine guns, dude. Like what?
Their actual name is the Sweepers.
The Sweepers.
By the way, they're Sweepers because they're like sweeping the crisis under the rug.
Oh,
for Umbrella. Yeah,
that's true. Which is crazy. So if I'm not mistaken, like, so Resident Evil Survivor is canon in Resident Evil lore. This takes place on Sheena Island, and this is where they mass produce Mr. X's. Yo, can we get a ban on
oh,
your boy?
Yeah.
So they I would have done it, but I have pop-out chat open. I'm not in mod view. But
no worries.
What I was gonna say, so they mass produce Mr. X's on this island, and you actually see it, I believe, in this room that I'm entering right now. I believe it's something like they had like a bunch of kids on the island, and there's something that only develops in children's brains that they need to like complete the tyrants or something, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you're right, 100% right. Which is why they kept so many children prisoner on Sheena Island, was to do experimentation, because they wanted to continue to mass produce Mr. X. And this game is actually made canon in two different ways. It mentions later on in a very, very well voiced out transition scene that Ark Thompson and Leon are actually really good friends. And in addition to that, it also states at the beginning of Resident Evil 0, if you remember yesterday, it talks about, Pessy might have skipped it, but it talks about Raccoon City, and then it talks about Sheena Island being the second Raccoon City. So if you have the chance to play Resident Evil 0 again, watch that introductory cutscene, and this is the Sheena Island that it's actually talking about.
Yeah, and as you saw, he looked to the left and the right, and those were like a ton of Mr. X's, and they have child prisoners on this island, like just for the sake of creating these. Like Umbrella, this is a really dark game in the series. Like
super dark game.
Yo, why is he punching, dude? Get out of here! Ah!
He's about to charge you, bro. He's gonna play this.
Yo, look at those shoes.
In other words, it's like Indiana Jones at the Temple of Doom.
Wow. Mr. X, please.
Dude, he is not having it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be missing a lot. Also, what's my time at, by the way?
32.
Okay. Am I gonna make my 45 minutes? It's not 13 minutes from here to the end, right?
It shouldn't be. But remember,
it shouldn't be. He's like, that's up to you.
But also remember, level that.
Yo, look at that! Look at his bat. Look at that bat, man. I always call it a Nerf bat because like it's so colorful. I've never seen a metal bat so colorful.
No, it's the case hardened AK-47 skin for the bat.
That's actually the strongest weapon in the game. How do you think Lot survived this long on his own?
Wow.
In all of the hunter-infested everything. Which is actually brings me to a point that I like to make, is that if you know, there's a lot of people that really like Chris, obviously, really like Leon, really like Claire, really like Joe, but Ark Thompson is actually secretly the strongest character in the Resident Evil universe, and reason being, this man fought all this stuff without even having his memories, so he didn't even know what the heck was going on through any of this.
But I mean, in the true M. Night Shyamalan plot twist style, he's actually one of the bad guys.
It's true. Vincent.
What's the best way to take out these guys? Because it shouldn't take... Did I just miss like most of the bombs from the grenades or what? Shooting
no,
in
Hunter has been giving the community an absolute like crap ton of trouble.
It's not your fault. Vincent is the one who caused everything.
Lately, for some reason, he used to only go down in a single shot.
Used to? Yo, they patched my CD, guys.
Yep. 20+ year patch on Survivor.
The thing speedrunners say.
Then why did you run away from me?
I'm convinced it's a patch.
Streamer, we don't want to see cutscenes. You gotta go fast. Thank you.
Vincent.
I can't skip them.
Skip the cutscenes.
I can't.
Edit them out. Just edit
Oh
them out.
no! I didn't get that patch.
This cutscene you can actually skip, but only at a certain part.
Yeah, we're gonna watch the whole cutscene. I'll take the slowpoke so we can see how these guys run.
You are a good boy, Lot.
Is it in this cutscene?
Oh god, it's amazing.
It's in the next one.
And not Vincent.
Yeah, it's in the next one.
Okay.
Which is great because I have a fun fact about that scene in terms of editing. If anyone's an editor in chat or a game animator, this is like a big no-no.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Yo, speaking of that, there's this game called Fighter Maker. Have you ever seen it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so it's a game. It's called Fighter Maker, and it's like it's a fighting game engine essentially, and they have like preset characters and things. But the goal is they give you like these 8 slots, and they give you like an editor where you can create your own character with like
kind of like Mugen, or
yeah, it's somewhat similar, but it's for PlayStation 2. And so like, you know, they give you the 3D model, but you rig it yourself entirely on the PlayStation, and like you set up all the hitboxes and animations.
Oh yes.
I'm sorry, I gotta be quiet for this.
I remember everything.
Here we go, guys. One of the best cutscenes.
Oh yeah, that's such a good one.
Aren't you?
For when it comes up, I want you to pay special attention to how Vincent gets on the helicopter. And notice that he's actually a frame away from the helicopter, and someone dragged and dropped him so he connects with the helicopter.
Yes, I'm not.
That is a huge no-no.
You know what that reminds me of though? You ever played Siphon Filter?
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of like when you jump to grab ledges and things. It's more smooth, but it just reminded me of that. That was on point. Yo, agreed.
And that's also the cutscene where he has his epiphany that he remembers. He remembers everything. People think that like RE1 and stuff has really bad voice acting, but yo.
Survivor takes it to a whole another
No, bro, yo, this is what? I don't want to read the file. Shh, this ain't your fight. Yeah. Oh wait, dude, I swear, I swear, I just had like a super deja vu moment. Jeez.
Have you read the file in previous runs level?
Oh no, I recall healing myself and like saying something along the lines of like this isn't my fight, or like I'm not supposed to be doing this. Like somebody else is supposed to be here, i.e. Max.
Also, the way the RNG in this game works is that depending on your position on the Z-axis at any given time, basically it alterates that mathematical formula that stimulates the RNG or actually dampens it. And depending on the zombie's position, when you open the manual at that precise moment, it allows you to open the door 1 frame faster.
You know, G-Max, I'm not gonna lie to you, that's like probably not a far off explanation or something like that.
All I'm gonna say is they had us in the first half. I'm not gonna lie.
It's all about confidence. If you speak with confidence about speedrunning, people just, you know.
Dude, you speak with confidence about anything, and people just, you know.
But first, let me tell you about parallel universes.
Oh man.
I was waiting.
So this fight here coming up has a new strat. I don't know if.
What's my time at the moment, by the way?
What's up?
What's the time?
39, exactly 39.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh yes, Level. Do you know the new strat for this
No.
fight?
Nope. What is it?
You take a flame round and you fire it right in front of his feet.
Just one?
Just one, because what he'll do is, as he walks forward, he continues to walk into the flame round, and it eventually kills him.
Can I do that right now? Without
You can try.
I do it.
I love on the emulator, like all of the cutscenes here play at the same time or something like that. No. The line from Vincent.
How do you bleed from the head first?
Extreme nose bleeding.
I'll try. Yo, every time I pause the game, you're supposed to pause the timer. I'm joking.
Every time you pause the game, you have to pause the timer for 10 minutes. That's how this works.
Oh my goodness! Oh, he died! Yo, he died!
Wow.
There you go. You nailed it, dude.
This is what I love about speedrunning. Like, all of our struggles. Okay, sorry.
That is actually found in a task run of this game that someone did a while back, and it's like relatively recently. And when they told me at first, because I've been running the game for a really long time, when they told me, I was like, no way.
Dude, it's
I was like,
it's so like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just like, let me see this, and I did it. Like, I missed it the first time, but the second time, I was like, what the heck? I was like, who programmed this?
But it's great, dude. Quaking, it's great. I think it's great when things like that happen, because like, you know, the way we perceive things, and like we sometimes like take the hardest route, and we just unknowing that like there's an easier way. Like, yo, all you had to do was turn it upside down and like save like 2 hours. They're like, wow, that's crazy.
Well, you know, after a while too, like after running for so long, you're like, no. There's no way. That's, you know,
right? You're just such disbelief.
As we're getting aboard that train, I suggest we start a $10 donation train in chat, because we can do it and reach 5,000 before the end of the run if that train really picks up.
What's our number right now?
Well, we have a locomotive because we got a $20 donation from Rufus. No message, but thank you very much for your donation.
Yo, thank you so much, Rufus. That's another homie.
Oh, Rue.
Hey, Rue.
Did we get that DDG donation earlier?
Yep.
Awesome.
What's our donation number at?
4202.
4202.
So did someone donate $2.20 so we can be 420?
Oh,
Who's gonna step up? About 4 of them are gonna come in now, and it's gonna be 420 for like 5 seconds.
All right. No, you don't hear Orchlon. So look, guys. Here's the facts. All right. We got what? There's still a lot to go in the marathon. However, I know everybody's been pushing hard, donating lately to all kinds of causes. COVID-19 relief earlier in this year. The wildfire relief. I know St. Jude Play Live just started. So the fact that we've even been able to like build up this number of money like in such a short amount of time, that's amazing, and I'm proud of all of you guys. And I mean, maybe this marathon hasn't, you know, reached like 20,000 things, but like for this particular cause, like I've seen people, especially coming off of everything I just named. Like, are we allowed to mention other marathons? Is that cool? I don't know how deep it is, but there's a really great marathon. It's called the Scarathon. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with it, but they raised like $35,000 like 2 weeks ago, or like the week before this marathon took place, for St. Jude Play Live. And like, again, on top of all that, then people come over here and like, you know, show more love and spread more to this thing. Yeah, awareness. Yeah, so it's ongoing. So don't feel bad if you can't, if you're spent, you know. At the end of the day, like there's so much going on, and we want to help everybody the most we can. But do remember that, you know, you can't, some people might view it differently, and I don't want to necessarily go against the views of the event by saying so, but like, you can't save someone from drowning if you don't know how to swim, or, you know.
There you go.
So, you know, always do whatever you can to help others, but never do so at the expense of yourself. And I appreciate everybody for, you know, taking money from their pocket, you know, sacrificing something left. Maybe you can't buy something in the Steam sale next week, or maybe you can't buy that box of chicken wings you wanted, but you did potentially save a life, and that's something to be really proud of.
Amen to that, brother.
Yeah, it's very humbling as a community too, and as a charity streamer, to see like everyone like continue to come together and do something for a really good cause like this, and just like just keep up the hype as much as we can. Also, we did reach 420, and Level just gave that amazing you know, saying and talk just a second ago, while also fighting a boss, by the way, which is insanely impressive. So just
made it look easy.
We got the 420 for a few minutes because it's already gone. We got first at $2.20 $2.20.
Oh my god, I'm doing something very wrong.
I do it myself, and Genjira, oh my god.
Genjirana Jones.
Thank you very much.
Is that time?
Also.
Is it? I don't run this game. I don't know when the timer stops.
Oh, yeah. We usually stop it at the credits. Okay. But you can stop it here too. So like he doesn't get super slow Pokemon.
Yo, what's the time right now though? Don't stop it.
45.
Oh no, you should have stopped it a minute ago.
No.
No, it's all good.
Technically, we didn't have a go when you start, so.
Also, I was getting there. I really was. Just in case we had, I stared into the abyss and it stared back.
Max is on stream.
Yo, just change the name from TheLevelBest to Mr. Maximus on the layout, so my name isn't tarnished.
It was a just in case.
I'm sorry, Dr. Maxtermind.
And organizers, but I just caught up to the train where he gets all the kids before the final boss. I was like, if his internet goes out again, I'm just gonna catch up to the same spot.
Oh man.
I want you guys to pay close attention to this cutscene.
Safe.
Oh, this cutscene.
Can't be.
And then they died.
Oh, don't say that.
Get down.
I mean, to me, it looks like they're pretty much like screwed, or you know, convenient miss.
This reminds you guys of any other Resident Evil game? With 2 rockets being fired at the final boss simultaneously?
Yeah, that's RE5 Wesker moment. Except
Listen. Shh. Sorry. Turn the game sound up if you can't.
What are we gonna do, Mr.
You can't miss the best line.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know, but don't worry. We can fly as long as we have fuel.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Plus, you can't ruin my hope. Ark Thompson's gonna make a return someday. I'm still hoping. Well, back in the day, I used to hope for a Resident Evil Survivor remake, and then they gave me one in RE7. So,
All right. Well, that was Resident Evil Survivor, everybody. Again, it was very impromptu. I'm not supposed to be here today. Shout out to my Clerks fans. Thank you, Deagle. Thank you, G-Virus. Thank you, Ben, and everybody. Max, for actually coming through. It was a pleasure.
So sorry. I'm so bad.
Oh, no problem at all. No problem at all. Are you supposed
Also,
to?
how many continues do you get?
It was just 1. It was just the 1. No, 2. Yeah, it was 2. I died twice.
I think I count 100, but I'm not sure.
It was 2.
It was
Totally too. See, he died, and then Discord died. That's 2 deaths. So you know.
Technically, yeah.
Not that it makes a difference. I was gonna go with 30 anyway, so it's fine. Unless there was more than 2, but. So I got y'all here.
So
once again, LevelBest, thank you for stepping up. And like you said, I shouldn't be here. Don't ever say that, because you always have a place here at NoReset, man. And,
Oh, thank you.
I mean,
Well, I mean, I just meant-
I don't run this game. I mean, you almost met someone else's estimate. I'm just gonna say that. So
That's true. It's almost like he
know.
foresaw it. It was foretold by Gyromancy.
and we all know you did it for the slowpoke, so it's all good. So with that being said, we're gonna get ready with the Dr. Mastermind for Survivor 2 Electric Boogaloo. So
the
we're
real
gonna
Dr. Mastermind, right?
the real
one.
Will the real Mastermind please stand up? I repeat. So
I
we're
actually
gonna
stood
go.
up. So
Perfect. We're gonna have a problem here. So we're gonna
my
go to a
God.
break, and we'll be right